Okay, so Nikki was in an interview not too long ago where she was discussing her fight with Trina and how her opinion is it all started basically because she called Trina a bitch. Now, she mentioned some other things, but that was one upon many things that stood out. And in my opinion, she put emphasis on, right? But here's my thing, okay? I wasn't really big on Love and Hip Hop Miami, but I did watch the episode where Suki Hana, Trina, and the rest of the girls was like, you know, coming at Nikki Natural. And I'm gonna be honest with you all. I think Suki pick and chooses her battles. Y'all know I like Suki Hana music. A couple of her songs I have on my Spotify. I'm not gonna get up here and act like, you know, I don't listen to her music. You know, you hear some women say, I would never listen to her music. I would never. Girl, boo. Anyway, I listen to the girl music, and I don't agree with people when they say only hood rats listen to Suki music, because I'm in my second semester of grad school. Okay, that's more than a lot of people can say. And if I listen to her music, clearly, when people say that, that's not true. Okay, so that's that. But like I said, I still feel she picks and chooses her battles, because I have seen numerous videos when bitches have came at her sideways, you know, basically talking about how she carries herself and stuff like that. And she'll be like, oh, girl, I'm not worried about you. But other certain bitches, you with the smoke. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like she picks and chooses her battles. The same way I feel like Trina picks and chooses her battles. Because nobody can convince me that you are that upset about Nikki calling you the B word, when you have countless people on the internet dragging you all the time and you pay them dust. Shout out to Kia, the my neck and my back girl. Like, she has called you every name in the book. She has talked about your deceased mother. Once she brought up your mom that passed away, to me, to be honest, if you had been ignoring her for year after year after year, that right there should have been the line in the sand, bitch. Because you have took things to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has came at you all types of ways. But when it's her, you always want to take the high road. But you cannot tell me that you was that upset about this girl calling you a bitch when Kia has talked about you, your mama, your cousin. I mean, she laid all y'all out. All y'all. You know what I'm saying? And you cannot tell me you that upset about somebody calling you a bitch. You know what, y'all? I'm going to tell y'all something. I realized a long time ago, if you jump up every time somebody call you a bitch, you will be fighting all the time. Take it from me. I told you I used to fight all the time. Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. I used to fight all the time. I told y'all I done been jumped before. I done had to stab somebody up before. So I understand. I understand sometimes shit just get real. But if you jump up every time somebody call you a bitch, man, some of these people out here do it just to get a response. Just to see what you gonna do. Just to see what you gonna do. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I ain't been called a bitch by somebody that really is somebody out here, no way. I mean, like I told the bitch the other day, what did she call me? Well, it wasn't the other day. It was like earlier this year. She said, what she say? Some type of bitch or some mess she said. But look, this person is double my age. You know what I'm saying? And she ain't got, like I told her, you think what you say bother me? Because when I get to your age, you think I want to be like you? That alone, to me, you let a young bitch tell me something like that. That means people got the game effed up. Okay? Listen here. You double my age. First of all, the person that said it to me was a bitch that was taking out her anger on me. I told y'all about the situation in the store because she told me she had 3 deceased family members that died within a week. So she was taking her anger out on me as a customer. Every time I come in that store, the bitch always picking anyway. She always talking about she having a bad day. She's never with a smile on her face. She's always, it's just, I don't see, whoever her friends are and her family are, she is draining. I don't see how they deal with her. Y'all ever been in contact with somebody, every time you talk to them or you around them or you in their presence, it's always something going on. They can't never just be smiling, giggling, happy. It's always something. Like coming in the store, oh, this coming on, this, that. Like you are messing up the whole feng shui in the building. Like it's draining. It's draining. I don't see how they be around her. It's always something. Damn, bitch, smile. Life is short. Smile. Something. Like, I couldn't be her friend, because I'm not gonna lie to you. I would be the friend that you would constantly be calling, and I ain't gonna pick up the phone. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be one of, oh girl, my phone had died. You know, it's just, I would probably be that friend. I don't see how they deal with that. That shit is draining. I mean, at some point, you can't tell me everything is going wrong in your life. Goddamn, if your dog died, this person passed, your kids cutting up. I mean, your bills need this, your dad, like, damn. Something. Was your ice cream good, or was your food good? Something. Think of something positive. You know, I don't see how they deal with that. But more of the story, the bitch said something to me, and like I told her, she said, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Like, you could tell she was trying to put emphasis on the bitch word. Look, you will always be fighting. Look, check this out. If I had fought the girl behind the desk and fought her, that would have been 2 fights. Right then and there, behind somebody calling me the bitch word. Behind somebody calling me the bitch word. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm not knocking nobody. God know my heart. The bitch behind the desk. The F I'm going to go to jail behind fighting somebody. Working, this about to come out wrong, but I'm about to say it, and y'all can take it how y'all want to take it. You think I'm about to go to jail behind fighting somebody that work at a clothing store with about 4 or 5 kids on the welfare? Bitch, be for real. Be for real, bitch. Okay? This bitch right here you say I'm, what she say, I'm an ugly bitch. Let me tell you something. I only been called twice in my whole entire lifetime ugly. Ugly. And those was the 2 times. But them 2, not to say, let me leave that alone, because y'all quit to say people are colorist, and that's not even the case. But I'm going to leave that alone. These bitches right here. This bitch right here, right? Not Nikki. I'm just telling y'all the story. Why you cannot jump up every time somebody say something like that. Okay, me and the bitch at the clothing store had words, right? The bitch come way front and back, adding her 2 cents. I ain't never known her, ain't never seen her before, never knew her a day in my life. I couldn't pick her. I never seen her before a day in my life. I haven't seen her since. Okay, she come from the back. She alluded to the fact that she got something in her purse because we had words, and you don't know what I got, and this, that, and the third. Bitch, you think you the only one in this bitch with a pistol? Like, people got the game effed up. Okay, let me tell you something. I'm not going to jail for this bottom burr bitch, and I won't go to jail for her either. She said, 'cause I work for the government. I said, me too, bitch. Me too. And if, bitch, I'm in a home, I'm not knocking it. But, bitch, like I told her, what you working, y'all could kill me getting these cafeteria jobs and thinking y'all just, you know what I'm saying? She talking about, I said, well, bitch, you working in the cafeteria. I'm not knocking it, because many moons ago, back in my early 20s, I used to work in the cafeteria for the government. So it's not, I'm not knocking it, bitch. But you double my senior thinking you top popping big shit. I did that in my early 20s. You doing it in your 40s, bitch. Come correct. See, you bitches you got to learn how to read bitches back. I'm going to tell you how you get an old bitch. Pull her card. Pull her card. Tell her about her life. Tell her about her life. The status is one thing. Because these N words will jump on anything. You can feel how you going to feel about the next bitch anyway. It don't matter. Read a old bitch on her life. Even some of these young bitches that ain't got shit going on. That's how you get them. Okay? This, that, and the third. And I do too. Hell, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh girl. I said, bitch, you working in the effing cafeteria like you doing something with your life. Girl, boo. girl, boo. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, boo. I work in accounting. We in 2 different pay scales, 2 different pay grades. And I'm not saying I make money out the ass, but I do pretty well for myself to be my age. You see what I'm saying? So, nonetheless, I had to throw that out there. You know, more of the story, you cannot jump up every time somebody call you a bitch, because you will be fighting all the time. That's a lazy read. Quiet as it's kept. That's one of the first things these bitches try to say. A bitch. You know, I know I ain't a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta come up. One thing I've learned in life, you gotta come a little harder. Before you swing on a bitch, you have to really take the time and see who this bitch, like, look at the bigger picture. You know, I've learned in life, you want to get a person, and I've learned this in life recently. I had somebody piss me off. I want to say it was last month. I don't have people around me that piss me off that often. I try to, once they piss me off, I try to stay away from them. Like, when I tell y'all, the situation that I'm about to tell y'all about happened last month. We are in September now, right? That happened in August, the situation I'm about to tell you about right now. Prior to that situation I just told you about in the store, that happened in February. Before getting pissed off, I'm telling you that's how much I don't have people. I don't have nobody calling my phone with no mess. I don't have nobody telling me all their problems, because that shit is draining. It's draining. I'm sorry. I think we all have our stuff that we go through. I don't want to keep hearing your shit. I got shit of my own. You see what I'm saying? The store situation happened in February. I told y'all about the Chinese restaurant situation. That happened in January. Prior to that, the last time somebody pissed me off was September of 2022. No, my other job, somebody had pissed me off in January. Yep. So, yeah. But prior to that, September of 2022. And prior to that, it was years before that. Matter of fact, I think it was before that. When was the last time somebody pissed me off? Oh, March of 2022. You see how big of a gap it was from March 2022 to set. I can like call it off the top of my head. Like, people always tell me my memory is magnificent. My memory is magnificent. Okay, that's how spaced out this shit is. I don't have people around me that piss me off. I've learned that, like, one time a person piss you off, just stay away from them. Let them think they won. Because, bitch, I will hurt you. Okay, so it's best for me to try to stay away from you. I don't go in that store no more. I don't go in there no more, bitch. If you think you won, let you think you won, bitch. Because I'm not going to jail for you, bitch. Like, come on now, be for real. You know, sometimes you gotta look at the bigger picture. I've learned that in life. The hell I'm gonna go to jail fighting you for? Somebody that's double my age, ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not throwing away my life for you, bitch. F you. Okay? For real. The situation I told y'all about that happened in August. Long story short, the bitch said something smart out her mouth. And I told her, I said, bitch, you better be lucky I didn't smack the shit out of you. She said I was threatening her. She got me in trouble. But still, this was on my old night job. That's going to be a story time for another day. She said I was threatening her. Like I told them, I was not threatening her. I was telling her she ought to feel blessed that I did not slap the shit out of her. That's not a threat. That's not a threat, because like I told her in front of them, if I was going to smack you, I would have smacked you right then and there. I wouldn't have waited until, you know, I'm not that type of bitch. I've never been the type to sell no damn wolf tickets. That's not a threat. They said it was. It's not a threat. A threat is me saying, I'm going to slap you. A threat is not me saying you ought to be glad I didn't. That's not a threat. That's not the same thing. You know, but anyway, I got another night job. That's gonna be a story time for another day. But nonetheless, yeah, you know, more the story, you cannot jump. You got to look at the bigger picture. So then she gonna tell me, the bitch, like, for example, she gonna tell me, she could have pressed charges and this, that, and the third. And like I told her, I said, let me tell you something. You think, again, another bitch in her 40s. I said, bitch, you really think I'm about to go to jail behind your punk ass? Be for real. Be for real. You really think I'm about to go to jail behind a bitch in her 40s that I'm shitting on? Be for real. Be for real. No, it's not, you know, sometimes I've learned in life, you got to step back and you got to look at the bigger picture. No, because think about it. If I slap you and let's just say you did have me arrested, it would take, this is how I look at the picture now. It would take more time for me picking up the pieces, going to court, for trying to fight the case. You know what I'm saying? Going back and forth to the court system, you know, or whatever could have came out of it, versus just taking it on the chin and leaving and finding another job. It would have taken less time for me to find another job versus, you know what I'm saying, staying there, fighting you, getting arrested, whatever the case, whatever could have came out of it, going back and forth to court. As we all know, court could last about 3 to 6 months, and it depends on if they keep pushing it out. I don't know about nobody else, but 3 to 6 months from now, I plan on being on my way out of grad school. Okay, so, wait, what's this, September? Well, it's still in grad school, but, because I'm going part-time. But y'all get the hint. Other shit I'm trying to do, work on. Ain't got time to be fighting you. But, you know, I have not always been this way. Since I've been older, I've adapted this policy over my life. Step back. Look at the bigger picture. Because for me, when I was younger, it's like, oh, I don't want them to think I'm scared. Oh, I don't want them to think da-da-da. Forget what they think. Look at the bitch you're going back and forth with. Is this bitch worth it? Really? I'm not getting locked up for you to be around here picking with somebody else playing stupid. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Now, if they come at you, then I can see you retaliating. But don't jump up just because somebody call you a bitch. For real, Trina, it's a lot of other people out here that you could have really been hauling off on. Don't call me a bitch, because I'm not one of these little... Shit. Kaya done called you way worse than my neck and my back, girl. She done called you every name in the book, bro. It's my drive. Every name in the book. But you mean to tell me you upset about this girl calling you a bitch? Really? I don't believe it. I don't think you was that upset. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You took the high road with so many other people, but when it came to her, all of a sudden, and let me tell you something, Nikki Natural, one thing I have learned in life recently. When you are in a room full of people, and not to say you telling your side, but how can I put this? Okay, I put it to you like this. I didn't watch the whole clipping of the video, meaning the whole video in entirety. I might go back, but I've seen little things here and there with this particular interview. But I want to say I saw like 5 or 10 minutes. And when you were talking about the Trina situation. And my thing is, not to say I don't believe you, but I saw the part where you said Trina calls your kids dirty. I'm not saying that it's not true, but as we all know, Trina loves children. So I'm not saying that it's not true, but it's kind of hard to believe. It's kind of hard to believe, but I'm not discrediting anything you're saying, but it's just hard to believe because as we all know, she loves kids. So, but I mean, when people are upset, it's some people you just never know where it can go. But I will say this, if she did say that, I'm not going to say she's a horrible person. I can say if she said she took it too far, but I'm not going to say she's a horrible person for saying that. I'm not going to say that. But in the same token, it's still hard to believe because she loves kids. She loves children. So it's kind of hard to believe. But I'm going to tell you this. Throughout the interview, on those little couple minutes that I saw, it was biased. I don't know if you caught it. But one thing I have learned in life recently, and you would have thought that with everything that I have been through throughout the years, that I would have realized this. Once you peep that the person that you are talking to, I don't care if it's a friend, an old friend, a family member, a boyfriend, an interview on a job, at church, in the neighborhood, whatever. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Once you peep that they are biased, it's time to walk away from the situation. It's time to walk away from the conversation. Because the thing is, I have learned this recently, just this year. Because people gonna hear what they want to hear. People gonna hear what they want to hear. Now, when you said she got mad because I called her a bitch, but she refers to herself as a bitch. Here they go. Well, I don't think that's the way she meant it. And just in those couple of minutes, a couple of things that you said, they powed it right down. Y'all know what pow meant. Like, Trina wasn't in the room, but you would think that she was the way they was, going hard for her. I mean, and when you go hard for somebody, it don't have to always be, because Trina da-da-da-da. It don't necessarily have to be that. It could just be their loyalty for her. Like, I don't think she meant it that way. Da-da-da. You don't know what that lady meant it by. Whether she did or she didn't, it still don't matter, because at the end of the day, you cannot convince me that she was that mad about that girl calling her a bitch. I just don't believe it. And for the people out there that say, well, that's different because she did it in Trina's face versus Kaya did it on the internet, it don't matter. It don't matter. Because if you say you so this and that and you not to be played with, it seems like to me, you would have really, girl, look. That girl done called you every name but a child of God, okay? You cannot convince me. And the way you loved your mama, Trina, you loved your mama. Come on now, y'all was close. I called Cap. I called Cap. I think you one of them females that you pass out selective ass whoopings. Like, you pick and choose your battles. You pick and choose your battles. Now, like I always told y'all, I believe Kaya really ain't no joke out here. I believe she one of them people that talk the talk and she can walk the walk. The my neck and my back, girl. Yes. I believe she talk the talk and she can walk the walk, because you cannot convince. And I think people know that. People know that. And that's why so many people... How many times have we seen on the internet? At least tell me one time. I'm going to say this and I'm going to go. Tell me one time we have seen somebody pull up on Kaya and whoop her ass. All the treacherous shit. Y'all say y'all know where she stayed. Y'all say y'all know what her van looked like. Y'all say all of y'all spot her. Y'all take pictures of her out and about with that rag on her head. Nobody yet has ran up on her and put paws on her. Out of all the shit she done did on the internet, talked about Trina mama, talked about Keisha Cole mama, and I love me some Keisha Cole. I grew up on Keisha Cole. What else? Trina, Keisha Cole. Like, the list goes on. She done said some effed up shit out here. And nobody yet has put paws. Now, but like I told y'all, I believe her day is coming, because like the old saying goes, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. I'm just saying, and let's just be honest, Kaya's mouth is a sword. So I do believe when her day comes, she gonna pay for all the things that she has said. I've told y'all this before in the Keisha Cole video. Yeah. And I'm just gonna leave that there. I don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in. But like I told y'all, I'm not going to sit up here and act like, I don't listen to her, or, you know, I was just listening to her last night at my night job because I got to stay woke. And like I told y'all, she's very entertaining. I ain't gonna lie. She's very entertaining. So that's neither here nor there. She can be off the chain and entertaining at the same time. Like, two things can be true at the same time. But nonetheless, you know, I still feel how I feel. Like I said, I don't think Trina was that upset. I think she was picking and choosing. I said what I said. Now I'm done.